Welcome to our living room. We're going to do something a little different today. Barry's going to sing first. I love this song. I love them all, as you know, but this one's really deep and very inspiring. I thought it would just be a really good way to start.
This is a big risk for us, you guys. Changing the order. I don't think I've ever sung first.
You can do it.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I can. Okay. You're always here, calling me home. The angels whisper, you're never alone. You're always here, calling me home. The angels whisper, you're never alone. I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. Just as I am. I am loved, just as I am. Let me be free, my soul unbound, flying in heaven, right here on the ground. Let me be free, my soul unbound, flying in heaven, right here on the ground. I am loved. I am loved. Just as I am loved. Just as I am loved. Just as I am loved. If you can feel this message from the angels letting you know how loved you are, just as you are, we're loved so completely. What a miracle to even touch on that feeling of being 100% unconditionally loved.
Oh, it's beautiful, Barry. Really, I think that worked really well to sing first.
Yes.
So my story is pretty short, and it takes place when we were 30 years old. So we have been very blessed, especially around this time at ages 25 to 32. And we've had 5 really amazing spiritual teachers that have taught us so much. And we've talked quite a bit about Leo, who was one of our teachers. But we haven't talked about Pearl. And she was an amazing woman. And she lived in Mount Shasta. She was considerably older than us. She was an unassuming looking woman, short with curly gray hair. And she kind of spoke with a lisp. And she lived in a little quiet neighborhood, and her husband grew flowers, and so there wasn't anything unusual outwardly. But she attracted so many people, and they would flow into her house just to see her, and she helped us enormously. But she wasn't perfect, and the great lesson that we got from her, that we've lived with for our whole lives, is to really honor the inner teacher that's in our own hearts, that's within your own hearts. So many people are looking for a guru, someone to tell them what to do, a really high spiritual teacher or a psychic person where you go and they just tell you what to do. But that actually can weaken a person. The highest is to, yes, of course, listen to other people. It's important to listen and gather wisdom from other people, but eventually you need to run it by your own inner voice and your own wisdom. So when we were 30, we decided to live a whole summer in Mount Shasta, and Barry found a house to rent, and we moved up there with our baby. Rami was just a baby, under a year old, and what we would do is we would take turns. One day I would stay home with Rami, and Barry would go up on Mount Shasta and supposedly meditate all day.
Try to meditate.
I don't know if that happened, but and then the next day he would be with Rami, and I would go up on the mountain, not to the top, but right. I mean that's a whole journey. But a good ways up, so we could be totally alone. It was really very special.
We were thinking that the one going up on the mountain to meditate was doing the spiritual work. Now we realize the one who was with the baby was doing the real spiritual work.
Yeah, that's where the real lessons were. So we had never left Rami with a babysitter, first parents, and our friend Steve said, "Hey, I'll come over when she's asleep for the night, and you both can go to Pearl together because we've been doing it either with Rami or he'll go or I'll go." We had never gone together. So he watched Rami, and we went together. We're really close, Barry and I. So we sat, she had chairs kind of separate, and we moved our chairs close together, and Barry reached out and took my hand, and she said, "You're too close, and you're never going to really be spiritual people because you're too close. It's interfering in your spiritual growth. You need to live separate lives. You need to stop sleeping together. You need to be individuals. You're too close." We'd heard this message so many times. But anyway, I actually didn't take it in. Surprisingly, this guy took it in and said, "We need to do what she says." And so
I gave my power away.
That is surprising if you know Barry. But so we started, this house we rented was very big. So we started sleeping in separate rooms and, doing our every other day with Rami. And I just became really, really miserable. It just everything about it felt wrong, completely wrong. And so when it was my turn to go up on the mountain, I just prayed and like, please show me. I'm just miserable, and this just feels really terrible. So there was also time in my schedule before I needed to get back and help Barry with Rami that I could stop off at Pearl. She didn't take appointments. You could just come and go into her living room as you wanted. So sometimes there was a full crowd of people, and sometimes you were alone, or sometimes maybe just 2 or 3. So when I got there were just 2, and these were the closest people to her. And she said, we're going to just meditate and be in stillness. So we all closed our eyes, and then after a certain amount of time, she asked us to open our eyes, and she said, I have a message for one of you. And the message is, don't worship the messenger. Your own inner voice is always the most important. And I knew that message was for me. So I went home. I said, Barry, this is just wrong, what we're doing. And we're listening to Pearl for our guidance, and we're not getting it. We're not looking inside. And you know this is wrong. And you said, I'm really miserable too, and this just feels terrible. And so we're lovers, and we love to be together. So that ended that, and we started sleeping together again and just being close. I think that's actually the last time that someone told us that we're too close. And if they do, we just don't listen anymore. But
right, we're good now.
The point in me telling this story for all of you is that it is good to ask people, to gather information, to ask opinions, advice, to go to therapy. All that's really, really, really good. But ultimately, it's the inner voice, like your own inner guru, that's going to really guide you on your life. And as you learn to really listen to this, it strengthens you so much. So that's a lesson for today, and we're still learning that. Of course, it's a really important one.
But it's in all areas of your life, even going to a doctor, right? Medical doctor. And I'm a medical doctor, right? And I really understand, you listen to what the doctor has to say as a consultant, but you have to listen. You have to really filter what's coming in from what you know, because you're really your own best doctor. And you may get brilliant advice, but if it doesn't feel right, you've got to trust what you hear inside.
All right.
Okay.
So, that's
the message.
That's our message for today, and we just send you a lot of love, and we're so grateful that we didn't listen to that advice, because
no, unless those of you out there, if you think we're too close, just let us know.
Probably won't listen.
We won't listen.
Okay. Bye.